Rick, let's look back. How have small businesses throughout the state of Arizona fared during the pandemic?
It's kind of a good and a bad of it. Certainly, we've discovered a lot of things that we can do that we didn't think we could do at the beginning. But it's been a tough road for most of the small businesses. And then coming back now, it's been equally as tough. It's tough to find employees. It's bringing customers back. We've got more mandates from a mass standpoint, and so it's kind of been one of those up and down, herky jerky, stop and go in regards to what our small businesses can do. But the federal bailout certainly helped a lot of small businesses to weather through some of this. Obviously, those who were best prepared for this was the ones who had cash and able to weather through it and keep their employees on board as well. So it's been it's kind of a, how do you plan for the future? How do you plan for these kinds of things? It's hard to plan for anything, but you always want to be planning for that rainy day.
What was the Small Business Association's guidance to those mom and pop shops when they were having to navigate state mandates or local ordinances and really having to decide who to follow?
Well, we were there as a resource, and certainly we wanted to make sure that they understood all the options out there for them and the opportunities. And a lot of the small businesses, the mom and pops out there, didn't understand the whole PPP process. It certainly was complicated, even for the most the ones who are most in tune with it. So we were helping a lot of those businesses get through and navigate the pitfalls and the opportunities that was in front of them. And so we continue to help them through those. We've got opportunities for our businesses in regards to relationships with lenders to help them through some of these pieces. But I think the lenders also have stepped up well. They've been certainly more than willing to help small business as long as they had the capacity to be able to see the future of new business coming in. But it's all kind of hit and miss for both our financiers and for our businesses on whether or not they want to even continue moving forward. It's the time to go get a job kind of thing and give up their dream of owning their own business too.
Early on, you indicated that some businesses were able to thrive and adapt and pivot. What would you say were some of the successes that emerged during the pandemic?
Well, I think what I think most of us realize is that we can do a lot more than we thought we could, and with a lot less than we thought we could. I think some of the other successes, depending on what side of the fence you're on, is that, well, maybe we don't need an office anymore, and maybe we can work remotely, and so that is going to be an interesting dynamic as we move forward in regards to office space. Do we need as much office space? And so we're kind of keeping an eye on those kinds of things right now from a landlord tenant perspective of what what the future holds in that area. But having, as we're doing this interview today, this is kind of a new dynamic, I think, for all of us. And now we're kind of becoming pretty old hands at this electronic communication.
There were a variety of supports in place from the federal to local, state governments. What would you like to see from the public as, in some areas it looks like the pandemic might be loosening up, but in others it very much remains part of our day to day?
I think we have to understand that this is going to be our new reality for the foreseeable future, where we're at. I think as a business owner, this is our new reality, and we need to be able to continue to weather through this, continue to find ways to do business in this new economy, as we call it. And I think even our consumers are trying to figure it out. They're going through it just like we are. And so, as we go out, as you go out as a consumer, understand what that small business owner is up against and has been up against, because we've all lived it together. And I think the fact that misery loves company is certainly bodes in this occasion very well here. So,
Rick Murray from the Arizona Small Business Association, thank you.
thank you.